There's a lot of drama in Romance Club recently. It's kind of strange. I feel like I normally never hear about drama at Romance Club, and it just keeps coming up. Um, but I think I'm just gonna go ahead and jump into chasing you. Oh, I lied. Let me let me say beforehand. So, Wolf Bride is coming out, and I do want to stream it prior to recording a podcast episode on it because obviously, if I have already read it, I just don't feel like the reaction is going to be genuine on stream. So I want to stream it before I record a podcast episode on it. However, I am kind of like maxed out in terms of what I can lend from a streaming perspective by night. So, uh, my question is, and I mean, you can tell me in chat, but primarily I'm looking at the poll I put out on Twitter, and I also put out a poll in my IG story. I want to stream Wolf Bride, but I have limits on how much time I can dedicate to streaming a week. And so my question is, should we wait until November to stream it, or should I stream like a chapter of Chasing You and then a chapter of Wolf Bride on Tuesdays? Just curious for what your opinion is. You can tell me in chat, but just know chat is not like an official vote. In fact, let me pull up my socials for. I think pretty much everyone here knows. Is it socials? What's the command? Socials. Okay. I know my own commands. But on Twitter and on my IG, I put out like a poll. So IG is via IG stories, and then Twitter is just like a Twitter poll I put out. So if you want to help me dictate when I should read Struff, I can't talk. And I think this is worse than normal because we're only in the first like less than 10 minutes of the stream and I'm already severely fucking up. But that is how I will be officially deciding when to stream Wolf Bride, whether it will be next month or whether it will start being weekly on Tuesdays. Oh no, I'm not replacing it. So let me be clear. I'm not replacing Chasing You. I will be reading a chapter of Chasing You and then a chapter of Wolf Bride, or maybe the other way around. But either way, we will still be getting Chasing You. KT also says this is the first time I'm hearing drama about it. Yeah, so let me just quickly sum up, even though like I don't speak or read Russian. But there was a new author that came on board for Romance Club who I guess people have been digging up her social media activity, who was basically just talking a whole bunch of shit about like the writers and the stories, saying that like Romance Club has like really bad stories and like the writers are bad writers. She also apparently said some like misogynistic and like racist stuff, but I don't think I saw that. I can't verify. All this is alleged. I'm not trying to get sued for anything related to Romance Club. Um, and then the other drama is that apparently Wincy, who is the author for something Trespia, whatever the fuck that book is called, apparently has a skin in there of like someone who I would say is like not light skinned, but not exactly dark skinned, I guess, just kind of like a middle tone tanned, I would say. And they named it dark skinned, which I would not say is actually dark skinned. And people, pointed out to her that Romance Club in general kind of has like a weird thing with like diversity where like they don't typically do a lot for any of their non-white MCs. And she was just like, yeah, well, it's not historically accurate that it would be a dark-skinned MC, but it's also like a fantasy book. Um, so yeah, I mean, just writers trying to come up with excuses for why they won't make like a diverse set of like MCs. You know, the usual. But she said, I need to think about this Wolf Bride question. You're gonna be streaming it while I'm streaming it. Do I want that much Wolf Bride in my life? Good question. KT said, "Oh Lord, not people digging old tweets up." And then Eric said, "I think they're pretty recent, but they're all in Russian." Yeah, that's the thing. It's like hard for me to know like when this all happened. Ari says some of them are recent because they were about the author of the new book that came out with this update. Yeah. I think a lot of it was new, which is just I don't Anywho, I don't really know how much longer I want to talk about the drama because it's very weird. I have a lot of feelings about it. Like, I just don't understand why you would go work for a company when you think that all they do is like make shit content. You know what I mean? And if like you don't respect your coworkers. That's just what I don't understand. Also, let me just take the time to thank. There's 4 people that have followed recently. Call Haas 0312, thank you for following. Tara the Android, thank you for following. Ryan Tomac, thank you for following. And Escape Mythist, I'm butchering that. You just followed, so I apologize if you're very disappointed in how I pronounce that. And if I ever mispronounce your names, please tell me. It'd be like Sophia going to work for PB. Well, Sophia literally pays for VIP. I see the point. It'd definitely be ridiculous if she went to go work for them, but it is a little ridiculous that she's also paying for VIP. KT said, let me retract my comment real quick. Oh, Eric said, I'll watch both Fish D and B because I support you both. You can suffer through it twice. I don't understand why RC offered her a job. Did they do no research? Yeah, you would think you do at least a little bit of social media, like detectiving, you know. But anywho, that's the drama. Let's do Chasing You. We're just going to start with episode 1. I don't know if I'm going to stream episode 2, just kind of depends on how I feel at the end of it. But we're going to start from season 1, episode 1. The summary says a boring family celebration turns into a nightmare when the head of the family is found dead in her own room. Oh boy, so there's already a murder before we even start the book. Yeah, that's a good question. How many of the people in the chat have VIP? So if I do stream Wolf Bride, should I take the diamond options? Is that the sentiment, that I should not do a no diamond playthrough? I want to say, like, everyone here has VIP. Like, Fishty, Eric, I think Ari does too, because Ari's playing Shipwrecked. I don't think Jake does. I don't think KT does. I honestly think if they wanted to, like, avoid all of this conflict around the names, they should have, I think they should just name them skin tone 1 through 4. You know what I mean? If you don't want to have all the drama. I just usually pick whichever MC I think is, like, the prettiest, to be honest. I think it's between this one and this one. The only thing that pisses me off about choosing an MC that I know isn't white is because I know all of the artwork is going to be in the white MC, and, like, I just already know I'm going to get irritated looking at it. God forbid we have any characters that are family members in this book, and they're not going to look anything like me. So annoying. Okay. She's very pretty. She's also very pretty. I'll go with this one. I'm not liking the hair, though. Oh, wow. That's some long-ass hair. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Fishy says, up to you, I would not suggest it. Prince Ari said, I did take a break from VIP until recently. Jake confirmed, no VIP. I would never recommend for someone to pay for Wolf Bride. Listen, I have diamonds to burn, y'all. Almost everyone in book 1 is family. Oh my god. Oh, it does have sprite-specific art? Okay, thank god. Agatha. Girl, I guess. Okay. Let's just start the story. This is very, like, jazzy, upbeat music for a story that is eventually going to be about murder. Oh, chapter 1, I have a perfect family. Auntie, why did you have to be born on this day in particular? Instead of preparing for the interview, I'll be stuck sitting in a stupid mansion with a bunch of pretty people. Whew, you were already not very likable, Agatha, I'll tell you that. Awful. Alright, I might as well work on it now while I can. I just have to relax and start by telling them a bit about myself. Hello, my name is Agatha, I'm 22, and I've just graduated. But they'll have all that information already, won't they? Alright, how about a different approach? I wanted to get this job because I'm very interested in, what is this, cryptography? And fog enveloped your car, concealing the road ahead, you sighed. I can't see a thing, I should have entered the town by now. The branches of the surrounding trees reached out over the road. You involuntarily swallowed, feeling irrational fear at the sight of their grasping fingers. Okay, that does it. Where's my phone? Without taking your eyes off the road, you reached over to the seat next to you, trying to find the phone. Grasping around blindly, yielding nothing, you let out an annoyed sigh and looked down at your bag. Then she said, save your diamonds for Shipwrecked, and then Eric said, save them for QB and Wake the Dead. Well, apparently Wake the Dead isn't coming out until January. Well, I don't know. I have some thoughts about the calendar, but I'm working on the bonus episode right now, which I'm hoping will hopefully come out tomorrow morning, but don't take that as a guarantee. Love Struck. Isn't Love Struck the one that you get in trouble? I always forget which one you get in trouble for streaming. And Wake the Dead and Queen Bee 2. Wake the Dead is the book I'm waiting for to spend my money. There's an uncle. Oh boy. Oh no, this is already trouble. Katie said I regret spending diamonds on Wolfbride. Eric said I forgot how awkward the start of the book was. Yeah, it's a little awkward. But it's fine. You know, like I say, we always give books, you know, the beginning to kind of allow themselves to settle. Grasping around blindly, yielding nothing, you let out an annoyed sigh and looked down at your bag. Ah, there you are. With a relieved smile, you look back on the road and... Ah, damn it! You slammed your feet on the brakes, but it was too late. Uh-oh. Never take your eyes off the road, kids. With a dull thud, the bumper collided with a man who seemingly disappeared out of nowhere. Oh no. Your body was instantly covered with fear-induced bumps. Images of a courtroom, a prison cell, and a crying Aunt Annette flashed before your eyes. This music is loud as fuck. Holy shit. The choice you're about to make will change the course of the story. Some choices have a minor impact, while others can lead to some serious consequences. Oh god, I hit somebody. What if he's really hurt? You obviously go out and help him. I mean, come on. Get a grip, Agatha. Slamming the car door, you run out into the thick fog. Are you alright? I am so sorry. I literally looked away first. You don't admit that you looked away for a second. Oh, who the fuck is this? Lady, you must be out of your mind getting distracted in a fog like this. Rubbing his side, he got up. He's fine? I'm truly sorry. Is he okay? After taking a look at your devastated face, he sighed and shook his head. It's alright. I'm partly to blame as well. Serves me right for trying to run across without looking both ways. Is he okay? Can you just get hit by a car? Can someone just get hit by a car and be fine after? Is that possible? I should take you to the hospital. Yeah, we should go to, like, a doctor. I don't think that's Alright. I don't think that's necessary. I'm totally fine. Thankfully, you weren't driving that fast. I insist. He laughed and hesitantly shook your hand. I accept your apology. Oh, God. It's hard to stay mad at someone as beautiful as you. Oh. The writing. Okay. Taken aback by this words, you watched bewilderedly as he went off into the fog. What the fuck is this? This, like, plus the music, like, I am so confused what's going on right now. Oh, Love Struck doesn't like it when you post the content on YouTube. See, yeah. And that's also, Love Struck is the same one that you have to play mini games, right? For, like, the hearts, and, like, they don't... Is that the one that's really difficult to get hearts from? Jake said, I don't get that. Don't you want publicity for your game? I think they primarily do it just because they know. I think they're really hardballing their users for hearts so people can pay them, and it's like if you post their content on YouTube, people are going to be less likely to pay for the hearts, right? Um Ari said, I don't want a backseat game, but I would have been so mad if you stayed in your car. Yeah, only a shitty person. I mean, at least it's like a visual novel app, so it's not real consequences, but you should never just stay in your car if you hit somebody. Always stop. But she said, oh god, Storyscape, I will never get over that loss. Yeah, dude, Storyscape was honestly what all visual novel apps should, like, strive to be. Ari said, anyways, bark bark wolf wolf. Oh my goodness. Fishy said, you collect pieces of portraits, takes forever to earn hearts. Yeah, see? Lovestruck has a horrible reward system, but the routes are so good to read. And plus, your choices don't do a damn thing in Lovestruck, really. I mean, I guess it's not really all that. I guess Choices is a little bit better than Lovestruck in that regard, but it's really the reward system, because I was trying to play the Wolf book, and I was just getting very, very irritated at not being able to take all the scenes. Sorry, I'm just resizing my screen a little bit. I saw some cropping issues I didn't like. So strange. Cute, though. You spend some time wandering around aimlessly before stopping and taking a look at the GPS app on your phone. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that was. It was like another version of the BlueStacks thing popped up. You had to go back and waste an hour just so you wouldn't pass by the scene of the accident again. When the fog departed, you finally saw the roof of the mansion. Nobody came out to greet you, so you left your things in the car and headed for the back entrance. The silence in the garden was peaceful. You slowed your pace and finally came to a halt. The smell of the cherry blossoms in bloom, damp earth, and fresh grass filled your nostrils. You couldn't help picking a thin green stem. Its bitter aftertaste momentarily brought you back to your half-forgotten childhood. It's good to be back home. You heard a rustling behind you and were about to turn around when someone's hand rudely grabbed you across the chest. What the? Okay, is she like someone's holding her mouth shut? A man's coarse hand immediately covered her mouth. Oh shit. Oh fuck. What to do? Hit his knee. I don't know. Arching your back, you took kicked behind you with your heel. The kidnapper let out a hiss of pain but didn't stop dragging you back. Oh, okay, I fucked up apparently. Oh. Dante? Calm down, will you? It's me. The fuck is this guy? With his hand still covering your mouth, you hissed at him. I'm going to kill you, Dante. He laughed like a madman, content with himself, and with you in his arms, ducked behind a sprawling juniper bush. Well, you'll have to get in line. Eliza's already queued up, I'm afraid. What did you do to your sister, you maniac? Nothing worthy of the reaction I'm getting. He flopped on the ground, crossing his legs in a way that would make them comfortable for you. His hands were still pressing you against his broad chest, both of you breathing heavily from the effort. What is going on? Dante turned his head to look out of the bushes to look out onto the path, causing his his cheek to press against the back of your neck. You suddenly felt your heart start racing. Dante, let go of me. I don't want to take part in your games. Is it so bad to sit here with me for a minute? Yeah, dude, it really is awful. He playfully caressed your shoulder with just his fingertips. And to think that any one of his fans would probably die of happiness if she was in my position right now. I don't like this guy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. With chat. But she said I didn't know Chris Hemsworth was in this book. Yeah, it's like a really ugly Chris Hemsworth. Eric called him Thor. Ari said this book definitely has some translation issues in the beginning, but you can see the writing progress and it has some of my favorite scenes. Yeah, I try not to judge by the first couple of chapters. Dude. 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 We're relatives, you moron. Well, since my father is your aunt's stepsister, we are in no way blood related, right? Our stepbrother. Eliza is adopted, if you recall that little detail. Still, that's no reason to act like... Shh, Eliza's coming this way. Ari just said Bont. KT said, oh my god, you're shitting me, and Jake said, Sweet Home, Alabama. Dante, you're so dead. That was my best stethoscope, you beefy bastard. Who the fuck calls somebody a beefy bastard? Is that supposed to be an insult? I can stay quiet, as Dante asked, or I can help Eliza out. Let's correct that, Eric. I've always been grossed out by family. I've always been grossed out by family. You can see it from the very first stream with Malbonte. It just became a running joke on Twitter that I was not. I'm definitely turning Dante in because I don't like him. Hey, we're over here. No, that is so not fair. Oh, but it is. It's called teamwork. Emerging from behind a bush, Eliza immediately issued a whack to her brother's head. He howled, finally letting you out of his hands. Grasping her outstretched hand, you got back on your feet as she pulled you into a hug. Agatha, I am so happy to see you. Backing away with her arms outstretched, she looked you over from head to toe with admiration. When did you become so pretty? You're an absolute beauty now. She extended her palms with childlike spontaneity and felt your chest. What is happening? What is happening? Why do they keep groping me? Does anyone know? Does anyone know what's going on? Because I'm very confused. I don't know what's going on. Should I just assault her back? Like, should I do the same thing? They're a really close family. Let me ask you, does anyone else just, like, when you go greet, like, your, what are they, cousins? Are they cousins? Does anyone else's cousins just, like, just grab your chest randomly? Because, like, mine don't do this with me. Touch her in return or pull back. What a weird choice to be given. I mean, I guess we'll just, I don't know. Liked your courage. I thought she was, like, sisterly, like, I don't know, being like, wow, you've really developed. You're a grown woman. But she liked the courage. Okay, T, being a hugger is different from groping your cousin's tits. Very big difference. With an absolutely calm face, you also extended your hands and touched her. You've also grown into a beautiful woman. Gotta keep that family tree as circular as possible. She giggled and hugged you once again. I suppose I'll go then? Yeah, Dante, you can leave. Stop right there, criminal scum. Where's my stethoscope? Only real doctors need those, and right now you're just a student. Oh, come on, really? Enjoy the time you have at the university. When you start working, everything gets much more complicated, right, Agatha? Eric said I draw the line at a friendly hug. Why on earth are you asking her? She's also in school. No, I'm not. I graduated. Actually, I received a job offer this morning, and I think I'm gonna accept. Whoa. What do you mean? Hold up. Did you already get your master's? No, just my bachelor's so far. I didn't even send out my resume. They came to me. And that didn't seem odd to you? Okay, some choices affect your intuition or logic. Choose the one that suits you. In the future, these stats will affect the story. Well, I don't know. Do we have like a LinkedIn? Let's just go with easy to explain. There we go. I have accounts on every existing social media website, and I don't really hide what I'm into. They could have found me there on the list of all the graduates. Why should it be odd anyway? Dante shook his head but didn't argue further. Eric said grabbing boobs is just like shaking hands in this family. Are you jealous of my success, Dante? He just knows who's going to inherit Auntie's mansion and is pissed off about it, eh, Dante? He grimaced briefly and then immediately shrugged it off. If I know Aunt Annette, then I should expect to inherit a steaming pile of nothing. You don't know that. She loves us all equally. You're like a daughter to her. She always treated you differently. And you are her favorite niece. Oh, and remember how she helped Dante get a job at the studio? Well, she's too eccentric to say anything for sure. That's why I don't have any expectations about my share. Eliza, on the other hand, make it a juicy one. She flushed red and looked at him defiantly. Don't be silly. Agatha has the advantage here. Or Dad. He wouldn't share a cent with us. And Aunt Annette knows it. Hey guys. I don't really know. Say she's still alive. Two of them stopped talking in embarrassment, looked at the ground, trying to avoid eye contact. You reproachfully raised your eyebrow. Let's go back to the house. Dad wanted to talk about something. You go on ahead. I gotta grab the gift from my car and I'll catch up with you. The parking lot was still empty. You reached into your pockets to get your keys. All of a sudden, goosebumps ran down your back and your fingertips grew cold. You raised your head and looked at the windows. I could have sworn that someone was just staring at me just now. Whoa. That pan was a lot. Your eyes darted from window to window as you tried to fight inside, the panic welling. What? Something about my eyes, like I'm reading this not in like its correct order of words. Your eyes darted from window to window as you tried to fight back the panic welling inside. Even if they were, what's the big deal? Why did it scare me so much? A curtain in a second floor window fluttered. You held your breath, tensing up. Good morning, Agatha. Okay, Martha is apparently a cleaning staff. You inhaled sharply and your entire body shivered. Black spots swam before your eyes. I do this in every stream, no big deal. Yeah, I always feel like I'm tripping over my words. Some choices increase your authority. Whether its value is high or low can change the course of the story. Now, what would give me good morning? Only by sheer willpower were you able to keep a calm appearance. You turned to face the maid and saw a hint of disappointment in her eyes. Ha! Did you try to sneak up on purpose to try and scare me? You raised your eyes to look over the windows once again. They were empty. I'm probably just imagining things. I need to go. Should I tell them to bring your things inside? Yes, please get someone to bring them upstairs. You tossed her the car keys, took a colorful box from the passenger seat, and went inside the house. A gift box. Very nice gift. Very nicely wrapped. The preparations were in full swing. Sticking as close to the wall as possible to avoid getting in anyone's way, you approached the living room doors. This is a beautiful home. You were forced to wait for a bit by the office doors to let a servant carrying a stack of chairs pass. Such humiliation. Your problems got yourself involved. I don't know what that is. It's bad to eavesdrop on someone arguing, but it's really interesting. Only 9 diamonds. This family is rich enough to have maid staff, but not a valet. Yeah. You came closer to the door, your ear practically pressed against it. It's not just about me, it's about all of us. Nonsense. You are solely responsible for what happened and you will answer for it. Where am I supposed to get that much money? Why should I care? I've saved your ass so many times. I can't do it forever. You have to grow up at some point. You'll regret this, Annette. Are you threatening me? One of the chairs tilted off the servant's stack and came crashing down to the floor. Damn it, I didn't catch the name. You hurried away from the door so as not to get caught. Interesting. Eric said it's like in the nanny affair where a person like Carter does everything. Yeah, Carter, I really hope he gets paid well. There was no one in the room. That's strange. Where is everybody? While you paused for a moment, completely at a loss as to where everyone was, an exhausted and panting Dante entered the room. Oh. At the sight of you, he stopped abruptly and then smiled casually. Agatha! You're already here. How nice. Yeah, I thought that you and Eliza would beat me here. Aunt Annette suddenly entered the room accompanied by two men, saving him the trouble of explaining his state. Agatha, my girl, brother, look who came to visit us. Niece, I'd nearly forgotten what you looked like. Wow, you've grown up so much since last time, squeezes my tits immediately after. She's become a real beauty, hasn't she? Reaching for my tits. She opened her arms to touch your tits, and without hesitation, you tucked yourself into the hug. Happy birthday, Auntie. Look what I got you. God, I hope we got her something nice. This girl's rich. What could we get someone who has the money for everything? Oh, my dear, that really wasn't necessary. Of course it was. You're the dearest person to me in the whole world. I don't want to waste a single opportunity to do something good for you. Out of the corner of your eye, you saw Eliza slip into the room from the dining hall. She almost immediately approached her brother and hid behind a man you didn't know. Ah, yes, a new face. I need to be polite in this kind of company. What to do? I guess the polite thing would be to ask Annette to introduce you. Auntie, won't you introduce us? Dear, meet Frederick Larson. He's a close friend of mine. At your service, Miss Agatha. She is so polite and gallant, Annette. She nodded proudly, smiling. Frederick came here with his protege, Alexander. I don't see him here, though. I think he's off exploring the mansion grounds. You have beautiful gardens, Annette. Close friend? Does this mean what I think it means? Auntie finally decided to start a relationship? You looked closely at Frederick, trying to judge if you like him or not. Eric, so that's your new BF. Oh no, that old guy that he was like, oh, you've grown up so much? Ari said he does a nice honka honka. But she said, so Eliza's adopted and Dante is a step relation of sorts. There's all sorts of options for semi-acceptable incest. Yeah, semi-excusable incest here. Hi, Kat. On that note, say hi to Kat, everybody. But she said, if Frederick needs medical attention, my god, give that man some iron. Yeah, I was just thinking he looked kind of sickly, to be honest. Your thoughts were interrupted by a knock on the door. An out-of-breath Martha came in. Miss Harris, Becky didn't come into work today. Annette let out a furious sigh, storm clouds brewing in her eyes. She instantly switched from the role of the welcoming hostess of the house to the role of the harsh businesswoman that the whole world knew her as. I need to save Martha from Auntie's wrath. Auntie, I'll help Martha out. You want to help around the house? If you scold her, it won't get the lunch ready any quicker, and there's really no time to find another replacement. Yeah, Eric said, hi Kat, welcome to the semi-acceptable incest playthrough. Isn't that every Tuesday stream though? Agatha says, since today is your day, I'm helping out. The guests were amazed and only Annette was looking at you approvingly. A true business lady is never afraid to get her hands dirty if need be. You have the traits of a leader, my dear. You smiled as you left the room. I hope that was a good choice. Fishy said I'm gonna call this groping you instead of chasing you. The next couple of hours were spent running around and listening to Martha's apologies. I should have told your aunt that Becky was absent from the very beginning. That way you wouldn't be stuck here with me. Oh my god, it's hard to know how this is going to, like, impact my stats, man. I don't want to be a dick, though. Say I don't blame you. We all make mistakes. Today it was you. Tomorrow it might be me. Don't worry about it. Martha smiled as she looked at you with appreciation. The process of setting the table was extremely boring. You got yourself yawning for the third time inside the last minute. I'm probably just jet lagged. I doubt I'll get a chance to take a nap before lunch. Guess I'll sleep it off later tonight. Right now I have to fight it. I want to ask Martha about the new guest. I kind of want to know more about Frederick. Who is this Frederick fella and where did he come from? Martha giggled like a schoolgirl that had seen a naughty picture in the biology textbook. What a very specific question. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman from Norway. What brought him to these parts, though? It seems that the main reason was Miss Harris herself. He came to negotiate some sort of deal. They spent 3 days holed up in her office. They were shouting and arguing about something. And they both came out looking extremely satisfied. I'm not sure what he promised her. He's been staying ever since. It's been a month already. I don't get it. Is he her business partner or lover? Yeah, the screaming and shouting could be two different things. Is there something between them? By helping certain people, you can expect them to help in the future. Martha nodded enthusiastically as she straightened out the forks on the table. You volunteered to help Martha, and she told you about the relationship between your aunt and Frederick. Something is putting it extremely lightly. Oh, Lord. Eric said how long it take to set the table. Apparently enough to get some good goss in. Then she said, maybe they need to polish the silver and wipe down the crystal wine glasses, Eric, the norm. Finally, you were done with setting the table. Martha thanked you for your assistance and headed to the kitchen. You looked over the table one last time and turned around to go back to the living room. A man was standing directly behind you as you turned. You were proud that you didn't jump or scream, but your heart did skip at least one heartbeat. Oh! Hello? Well, hello, mysterious person keen on running people over in the fog. Hello, mysterious boy who was keen on walking across the street without looking both ways. You let out a hysterical giggle, but immediately covered up your mouth. Did you track me down just to say hi? Actually, I just came back home. You must be Alexander. Oh boy. Oh no, I am so glad that we did not leave him on the road. He nodded and tilted his head to the side, looking at you with a mix of mockery and admiration. And you are Agatha. A pleasure to meet you. Katie said, I've returned to taco rice. Sounds good. I'll just keep calm. You lifted your chin a bit, hiding your panic behind feigned calmness. Have you told everyone yet? He shook his head while still looking at you. Two very different reactions upon seeing Alex. Ari's... oh god. Ari said bark bark. Eric says he's the worst. I don't know. It's two very different reactions. The admiration in his eyes began to prevail over the mockery. Don't worry, I haven't told anyone yet. I feel like this is the kind of information that should be kept private. You never know when it might come useful. You bit down on the inner part of your cheek, trying to stay calm. He tilted his head, watching you with the same interest a botanist would inspect a new type of... what? Henbane? Okay, yeah, I totally get that metaphor. His gaze caused you to take a step back, and he immediately took one forward. Oh boy. A few more steps, and he suddenly pinned you against the wall. It's giving me very Lucifer energy. You shivered as your back was now pressed against its cold, hard surface. Are you afraid of me? Oh boy. Oh, Jake is leaving to go do schoolwork. Well, yes, go do your schoolwork. Go be a responsible student. Replay will be available after. Thanks for joining us, and have a good rest of your night. Oh, Eric said he was my least favorite of the LIs. Oh, he's an LI. I should have suspected it. Well, he was... No, I guess when I was looking up the promotional images, he was there. Eric says stand up to him, say I'm not afraid. Okay. I am not afraid. Whether you tell or not, it was still my fault. If you demand I answer for it legally, I will. He hesitated and slowly pulled back, putting his hands behind his back. You're a curious girl, Agatha. Suddenly, the dining hall doors opened. Alexander, I see you're back from your walk. I couldn't resist, Miss Harris. Everything seems so different when blanketed in fog. I agree. Have you met my niece? She's got the real, power pose, going on, the aunt. Agatha, this is Alexander, Frederick's protege. Alexander, Agatha. He suddenly bowed, then without looking away from your eyes, took your hand and kissed it. You felt a mix of terror, bewilderment, and evil glee fill you. Evil glee is the one thing that I don't understand why that's there. Alexander, have you been brought up by wild kings? Something like that. You see, Frederick suddenly smiled and, interrupting his protege, greeted Martha, who was carrying the first course. And lunch is served. Everyone started taking their places at the table. While you tried to avoid eye contact with Alexander, he was doing the exact opposite. Okay, so he's staring me down. This is kind of strange. I need a distraction here. Oh, right. The food. Ooh, roast beef and vegetables. That's nice. Sweet pudding. Look at the roast beef and vegetables. Solid meal. You focus on eating while trying to avoid looking at the others. Before we begin, I would like to remind you all of the reason we have all gathered here. Agatha, you are Annette's favorite. How about you do the honors in the first toast to her? What a strange way of... It makes you uncomfortable that she would just call me her favorite in front of everybody. It's kind of awkward. After the word favorite, everyone turned around and looked at you. Your aunt looked at her brother in disapproval. Yeah. They nearly choked as things took an unexpected turn. This is so awkward. Uncle Charles, why would you do this to me? You stood up slowly and deliberately, delaying the inevitable and buying time to come up with something resembling a toast. What should I toast to? I don't know. To the family. Dear Auntie Annette, you are a support beam among which this whole family rests. You're strong-willed and keep us on course even through the toughest of storms. So I want to raise a glass for our family to keep going strong and to live happily. Everyone raised their glasses in agreement. You sat down, filling your face flush red. That was the most awkward toast ever. Charles, you set me up. And Alexander is just staring. Eric said he's so creepy. And KT said roast beef. I agree. When someone says the favorite child, you know it means war. Yeah, it's something where it's very childish to care about who is the favorite, but it also is something that I think all of us who have siblings can relate to, you know? What are you looking at? You buried your attention back into the plate. The clinking of fine china and cutlery came from all sides. When the initial hunger was satisfied, the low rumblings of conversation arose at the table. Dante and Eliza were teasing each other and sending you signals from the other side of the table. Alexander was quietly discussing something with Frederick, while Annette argued with Charles about some stocks. You breathed out slowly and felt how much a good lunch and a few glasses of wine relaxed your every muscle. This cozy cacophony of voices was soothing. There goes that word again. The ringing of a phone brought you back to reality. Shall I do it? Ring! Ring! That's what phones sound like, in case you're wondering. You must be exhausted, Agatha. A little bit, but it's okay. I can hold out until evening. Auntie, why didn't you invite more guests? Oh, I want to spend this evening with just the immediate family. The others are coming tomorrow. Agatha approached Annette and whispered something in her ear. Eric said my sister's always harped about who is the favorite child. Yeah, it's a classic argument we can all relate to. Well, I don't want to say all. Some people are single children, but the only child. It's probably the more accurate way to describe that. What do you mean he's not coming? That can't be. His sister, hospital. I don't care about either of those things. Call Mr. Anthony back and tell him that he has to be there this evening. Holy shit, his sister's in the hospital. Tell him that it concerns my will and absolutely cannot wait. How am I supposed to rewrite my will without my notary? Girl, get a new notary. It's fine. Martha went back to the hall and Aunt Annette took a big sip out of her glass. Eric says, I have 4 sisters. It was all horrible. What should I do? I don't know. I have 3 siblings and never thought about who is the favorite. Yeah, I think that's a unique case, Fishty. Like, more people than not have the argument about who's the favorite at some point. I think it gets less important as you get older, but definitely as kids, it's like a big thing. I don't know if I should try to calm her down. I don't know what the right thing to do in this book is. There's a lot of choices that I'm just very nervous about, to be honest. I don't know, I'll try to calm her down. Auntie, is everything alright? I'm waiting for my notary. He should have been here by now. One evening won't change anything. Don't worry. Oh no, that was not the right thing to say. You don't understand. I want to change the will and all of you are... She suddenly looked around the table and stopped her gaze on you. Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your plans for marriage? You did not expect the conversation to take that particular turn. What's this all about? The will? What are you getting at, Auntie? Nothing that wouldn't benefit you. Auntie... let's just say let's talk like adults. Are you trying to profitably sell me off to someone again? Why do you have to put it like that? You suddenly felt everyone else in the room was focused on the 2 of you. Your aunt felt the same thing, so she took you by the hand and said, let's take this outside. Fishy said we aren't close in age, so that's probably helping the not caring thing. Yeah. That'd be different. Eric said, no, good thing there's no timers. Yeah, this is very complicated to tell what the right choice is. And Fishy said, is this the rules of engagement, the groping edition? I think so. The massive living room door completely isolated all the noises from inside the room. You exhaled. Auntie, what is going on? I have heard the word inheritance more times today than in the past year. Those vultures, why do you think they gather every year? Everyone is waiting for the moment I finally declare who's getting my money when I finally die. Auntie. You know they can be eavesdropping in there. You can't say such things and someone might be listening in. She smirked and looked at you with approval, yet slightly afraid. You have always been a prudent girl. Listen, Agatha, I want you to get married as soon as possible. What? This again? I thought we decided this ages ago. To who? You have to understand I only want the best for you. I think maybe what's best for me is letting me decide how to live my life. I'd rather strip you of your inheritance than see you marry some guy who is only interested in the money. You think I'm a bad judge of character? I have put so much time and money into you, Agatha, I can't just let some random guy have you. I think that lets me have some say in what you do. It absolutely does not. It just doesn't. That's not what that means. Thank you for cheering, Cat. What is happening? Someone is trying to force me into getting me. This really is starting to feel like rules of engagement. Money? So I'm no more than an investment for you? That's very much what it sounds like. A true businesswoman through and through, this Aunt Annette is. And here I thought you were my only kindred spirit here. She bit her tongue. She looked like she genuinely regretted saying that. Dear, that's not what I wanted to say. No, let's make peace. KT said, what time period are we in? I can only assume it's modern. This doesn't feel to me like it's like Desire and Decorum age, you know? I'll make peace. You turned to face the open window and took a couple of deep breaths before turning back around. I'm sorry, I overreacted. Me too. You approached her and the two of you embraced. Peace? Yeah, but I do want to talk this over more when I'm sober and not this exhausted. Deal. Eric said sadly, I think it's modern. There was a knock on the door and Agatha appeared to say that your things had been delivered upstairs. Oh, it's recent. The last book references the pandemic. That's interesting. Yeah, I would say based off of the ripped jeans, like Fishty said, would tell me that it's more modern. Oh, Martha, sticking your nose in others' business again. Annette gently kissed your forehead and said, you should go to sleep for a few hours. I'll meet you at dinner, okay? Of course. Interesting. We got your old room ready, but if you want, there are 2 other rooms further down the hall. Do you want to take a look at them, or do you want to stay here? Let's have a quick look at them. Here we go. When you can pay for your background. Okay, that's a fine room. I mean, it could be nicer considering this is a mansion, but okay. Mr. Charles used to live in this one until he decided to move closer to the south wing. I don't really like dark wood. I'm not a dark wood person. Katie said, time to buy your room. Okay, and what's the 3rd room? I don't like dark wood. Here, overlooking the garden, the lightest and has the best view. You can even see the sunrise if you stand here at the window. I don't like dark wood. Yeah, this is boring. It's like my grandmother's bedroom or something. This is a really nice room. No, it's not. I'll ask Oswald to bring your things in from the hall. Where should I tell him to take them? Please, just give me 104? Fuck that shit. No. Martha nodded with a soft smile. There's nothing quite like your good old bed, is there? Yeah. As soon as the door behind him closed, you realized just how tired you were. The long flight over and 5 hours behind the wheel took their toll. After a nice shower and a change of clothes, you got in bed and under the covers. Your mind shifted suddenly back to what happened in the parking lot. Katie said 104 diamonds for some dusty-ass room. I'm 100% there with you. Oh, look at that little, is it like this looks more like lingerie. What an interesting thing to bring to your aunt's home. Well, this day went all kinds of sideways. Had an argument with my aunt, got scared of a curtain. What's going on with me? I'm either getting old or regressing into my childhood. Let's just hope I don't start sleepwalking again. Yeah, especially in that little piece. With that thought on your mind, you fell asleep. You will do as I say. Everything. You hear? I bought you. Mom. Where are you, Mom? You killed your mother, and you'll kill me as well. What? Auntie, no. I didn't kill her. I didn't. You killed her. It was all you. If it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have been driving. Oh, God. Fishy said, I thought the financial supporters were the Secret Service. Weren't you technically financially supporting me by subscribing? Right? Am I wrong? Did I just completely misunderstand what subscribing is on Twitch? Agatha said, Mom. Mommy. You killed me too, Agatha. You felt your hands push her soft body. Annette screeched like a demon and laughed at the same time as she fell crashing down. Despite her falling as gently as a feather, when her head finally hit the corner of a nearby table, her skull split in 2. Oh, it says join our secret security. I'll fix that later. She collapsed on the floor with a sickening crunch, laughing and looking at you all the while. You screamed as you grasped at your own head, trying to keep it together. You killed me, and now you've also killed her? You're killing everyone. Want to know a secret? No. She said, I just want to know what my title is. It will be Secret Service. It's Secret Service. I'm changing it to that. Your entire body shivered as you nearly fell off the bed. You sat up and rubbed your temples. Eric said I got mocked in the last pod, so I had to subscribe. Your blood pumped deafeningly in your ears, and red blurred your vision. What time is it? Your phone displayed 2:49 a.m. You exhaled. I overslept and missed dinner. God, what a horrible dream. I don't know, it has some... I'll go with something logical, I don't know. I argued with my aunt. I was tired. I got drunk. It's only natural I'd end up with a dream like this. With a shaking hand, you reached for the glass of water. It took a sip and made you feel somewhat better. I should check up on my aunt. Maybe she's still awake. You got up and after a brief hesitation opened the door. The way to her bedroom was so familiar that you even managed to calm down a bit. You wanted to knock, but the door slid open as soon as you touched it with your knuckles. Auntie? Well, this is a nice bedroom. Are you asleep? Absolute silence filled the room, not a single rustle or even a breath. Suddenly, you felt scared. What's that smell? The light coming in from the hall was barely getting in, so you took a few steps along the wall to turn on the wall lamp. Oh, and when the soft light shone on the room, there's blood on the table. Agatha is screaming, which I will not do, but she is screaming, just so you know. Oh no. Eric said, here we go. The moment we've been waiting for. Oh god. Auntie. Auntie Annette. You collapsed on the floor, smearing blood on your knees as you raised your aunt's limp head. The back of her head had split open. Oh god. What is going on here? And then Martha screams herself. Somebody help. Agatha killed... What? Agatha didn't kill nobody. Agatha killed not a single individual. Agatha killed Miss Harris. Help. That's not what happened. No. Yeah, I'm with Agatha. I didn't do shit. I guess I'll rate it, 5 stars. I did enjoy reading it. What an interesting cast of characters. So what, I got 3 logic and 2 authority. Oh, nice. And 10 diamonds for finishing the first one. That was good. That was good. That was good. I think I'm going to end it here. I'm just not really filling up for doing probably what is another hour. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Romance Club. So I'm probably going to end it here. So next Tuesday, I'm going to pick up with episode 2 of season 1. And hopefully, well, I don't know. It depends on how the poll is. Like I said, we have a poll on Twitter. Play choices. Actually, let me go ahead and put my little command up. Play Choices Pod on Twitter, and then my Instagram, Play Choices Podcast. I have a poll on Instagram, and I have a poll on Twitter. I'm trying to figure out when I should stream Wolf Bride. So I don't know if I'm going to have it on Tuesdays. My apologies. Tuesdays. And just read like Chasing You and Wolf Bride, or if I should do something like waiting until November to stream it. So that is where I will be taking your feedback into consideration. I'll do whatever the majority votes. And oh, just to clarify, because some people got confused. If we do it on Tuesday, I will be streaming Chasing You and Wolf Bride. So, that is how it will be formatted. I'm going to end the stream here. Thank you all so much for watching live. And if you watch during the replay on YouTube or Twitch, we do this every Tuesday, 4 p.m. PT, 7 p.m. ET. And we'll be back next week. My next stream is going to be Sunday Scaries next Sunday, where I play indie games and cross my fingers that they're scary. I'm still trying to do a better job picking actual scary ones so we can get all the jump scares and the laughs. And then I stream Mondays Life is Strange, True Colors, same time as Tuesday. Sunday Scaries is 5 p.m. PT, 8 p.m. ET. So, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll do this again next week, and my next stream will be Sunday. Bye-bye.